Well, the ICC still insists it has jurisdiction for crimes committed when the country was still a member. The Philippine government withdrawal from the Rome Statute took effect in 2019. Now, to discuss how that might affect government's position, we have with us Presidential Chief Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo. Secretary Panelo, maraming salamat po for joining us tonight. And welcome to the Chiefs.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Sir, we do understand the palace position that nag-withdraw na tayo sa ICC, therefore wala na po silang jurisdiction. However po, yung Supreme Court decision in March, I think it was published only in April this year, says that withdrawing, in a quote, withdrawing from the Rome Statute does not discharge a state party from the obligations it has incurred as a member. So where do we position ourselves now po?
Alam mo, yung provision na yon na merong condition yon. Kailangan para they can still acquire jurisdiction, assuming that they have, because from the very start, our position is they never acquired jurisdiction over us. But assuming na meron nga. Pero ang sinasabi ng Rome Statute, they can only continue with the jurisdiction despite the withdrawal if the criminal investigation by the court has already started. But it never started because what was started was a preliminary examination to determine whether or not the charges against the respondent would fall within the 4 crimes enumerated by the Rome Statute. What are those crimes? 1, war crimes. Number 2, genocide. Number 3, crimes against humanity. And number 4, atrocity crimes. But even if it falls within the jurisdiction with respect to the crimes enumerated therein, there is still a condition of the complementary rule, which says that it can assume jurisdiction if, 1, the state is unwilling to prosecute. And even if it is willing, but it is unable to do so, then they can assume jurisdiction. Pero ang ating hukuman dito ay malusog na malusog. It's functioning. We've been prosecuting. We have trials. We have conviction. In fact, marami na nga nakakulong.
Yes, sir.
Hindi mo masasabi na unwilling tayo or unable. Pag sinabi naman nila unable, kasi daw, hindi mo pwedeng idemanda dahil may immunity. But that applies only kung siya nakaupo. Pero pagbaba niya, you can still prosecute the president.
Yes, sir.
O kaya malabo yung kanilang position dyan.
Yes, sir. Pero sir, just to be clear with government's position, did the court ever acquire jurisdiction over the Philippines? Kasi by your statement, no, it did not. It never did. And even from your previous statements and the president's statements, it never did because it was never published in the official gazette.
Correct.
But at the same time, the Philippines filed a motion, information for withdrawal from the ICC. In which case, doesn't that presuppose that we were part of the ICC to begin with?
No. Well, we made ourselves very clear that we're only doing that to give them notice that we are not part of ICC. Kung baga, parang courtesy sa kanila yun. Para huwag na sila mag-isip na tayo yung membro pa.
Okay,
Because
sir.
they've been insisting na membro tayo. O, sige, kung membro, di alis kami.
Yes, sir. Well, sir,
Kung baga, pinagbigyan na lang natin sila.
Okay, sir. But with regard to that issue of publication, so the palace insists that we are not under the jurisdiction because it was never published with the official gazette. But at the same time po, other groups, for example, Center Law, of which Harry Roque was a founder, insisted that that does not apply to international treaties. At the same time as well, since the president took office in 2016, the Philippines has entered into several treaties with other countries that have not been published with the official gazette. So what does that mean, sir?
Teka muna, hindi ba sabi ng Supreme Court, the president can revoke treaties at will
Yes, sir.
if it runs counter to the Constitution. This runs counter to the Constitution because proceeding with a case is in violation of the Constitution. In fact, it is in violation also of the Rome Statute, as I cited earlier. So they want us to cooperate. But you are effectively asking this government to cooperate to perform an act in violation of the Constitution.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo.